Hello and welcome back to George's Gaming Guide. So today we're going to be doing the build, well, not the review obviously today, considering this is a absolutely humongous model. We're going to be doing the build and we're hopefully going to have a couple of guests with us. So this is the Avengers Tower that has come out this year. It's number 76269 and it's made out of 5,201 pieces. I'm going to hand you over to Dad to go over the minifigures included in the set.
Yeah, so despite, other than being just a huge set, you get a huge number of minifigures in this. Let me turn the box so you can actually see the collection you get. Now, I am going to read these out because there's too many for you to remember.
Be ready to fall asleep.
Yeah, so you have Tony Stark, Iron Man Mark 7. You've got two Iron Man Mark 7s.
No, well, not Iron Man Mark 6.
Iron Man Mark 6.
Yeah.
Captain America and another Captain America, so you can make the scene where they're fighting each other. Thor, Black Widow, the Wasp, Ant-Man, Kevin Feige, which is this one just here. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's actually the president of Marvel Studios. We have Hawkeye, Wanda Maximoff, who's the Scarlet Witch. Falcon Vision, War Machine, Pepper Potts, Wong, Dr. Cho, Hulk, Eric Selvig, who's the scientist who is on top, who gets taken over by Loki's and created the machine. You have Tony Stark dressed as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, two S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Alexander Pierce, 4 Chitauri Warriors, Loki, and Ultron. So you do get quite a lot, and for some reason on this box as well, he's not actually a minifigure, but they've included on where the pictures are. You've got Dummy on there as well, which I think is quite nice. But yeah, I think one of the main draws for this set is going to be the minifigures that are in it. As I say, it is a huge set.
I did struggle to pick it up, to be fair. I mean, you know, as you could say, I'm not built on muscle, but I could still pick it up a box, and this was quite difficult to pick up.
So if we have a quick look at the back, try and get these little lights on it. So, George, you want to go over these stats?
So this is an absolutely humongous set. It's 35.5 inches or 90 centimeters high. So this is insane height. It is 13 inches or 34 centimeters wide. So not too bad. I'm presuming that that's probably just the base plate.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that? And then it is 10 inches or 25 centimeters deep. So it is massive, absolutely huge. And I just think that this is actually going to be quite interesting to see how it turns out.
Yeah. I do like on this, it's actually done it so you can make a couple of the scenes. So you got like where Hulk's throwing Loki around. I think this one is the two Captain America's fighting each other. It's hard to tell on the screen. I can't really tell what these two are. I don't know if you can see them better, George.
Where they're having like a team meeting. Oh, I think it's where they're trying to pick up the hammer.
Right.
Is the one at the top, and then the one at the bottom is Loki being. Oh, it's when in the film he picks up the stone. Yeah. Sorry, it's just memories going back very quickly.
Yes, that'll be the one where Tony Stark's dressed as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Yeah. And then at the top, it shows that this set is partially modular, so you can take off all the front glass and then parts of the roof as well.
Yeah, so it's actually designed. So all these bits you see here are actually inside behind the front of the building. I believe it is designed to be, like George says, modular, so you can put it with the other Marvel sets, so the Daily Bugle and what's the
Sanctum Sanctorum.
That's it. Sanctum Sanctorum.
And then actually looking at the side, I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a pinhole on the. It shows one there, and then it shows one there as well.
And on the side, I think that's a really nice picture of the top of the building. So I think this is going to look really good. The one thing I don't sort of like, and maybe I'll like it more when we built the set, is the flying creature that they attack the city with. It looks like he's got Bowser's face, and I don't understand why it looks like Bowser. But perhaps it'll look different when we actually get the physical model. So there was one other thing that we got with this, if you want to go over that, George.
So it is a gift for purchase that you do only get with this model. So it is a like almost old Ferrari looking taxi for one reason or another. So it's got a taxi driver, Black Panther, and then 2 Shatari warriors with it. It is 150 pieces, which is quite good for gift for purchase, really. And then it does come in this nice yellow case, so it doesn't get battered on my.
Yeah, it's a bit strange because the instructions actually make up the front of the box. So it's not a solid box, it's actually a cutout. But I think what we ought to do is get this open and see just how many bags there are in a 5,000 piece set.
Yeah.
I've got the light straight in my eyes, so I'm really struggling to see what I'm cutting in. Right, do you want to move that gift for purchase out of the way, George?
Yeah.
Right. What I should do really is make sure that the sound is coming through on the.
Oh, we have Lohan.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. Sorry if I'm a bit late. I was just a bit busy with some personal stuff that I had.
No problem at all. So we've just been over the box.
Okay.
Pointed out that the flying creature looks like he's got Bowser's face for some reason.
Yes.
It's a bit of an odd one, but we'll see what that's like when it's done. And also
nice.
the 31 minifigures that are in.
So that's
Yes.
the front. That's like the inside one.
Very, very nice. I like the detail, especially Captain America and Iron Man that's there.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And basically, do they also have like these boxes like what you get with the Star Wars UCS? The detail, which is inside.
Yes,
just
they
a
do.
plain white, is it though?
Yeah, just plain white.
Oh, okay. So it's not like, for example, if you open it, you will see like the 80 walkers here, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the UCS set is really good the way they do it, like you said. I think to have that detail, they did with the same with Titanic as well. Yeah, the box is actually made up the blueprint of Titanic.
It looks like a lot of bags.
Yeah, I think that this is the first section of bags because I saw bag 3, and this goes up to 37. So, although I don't think it is now I look at it, because I don't think there's actually enough bags here to be 37.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Where they have a box in it, but they don't have up to a certain number in the box. It's just
So you've got to open this.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. But
I'm presuming that the books have their own case. It's going to be really annoying if they're in here and they're like just like
they're
about.
probably in the cardboard sleeve, like they tend to do now.
Yeah, let's see. About is the instruction manuals that they all stickers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's quite a heavy instruction manual.
Look at that's ridiculous. That's all glass, just blue
Definitely.
glass.
And that's why it's kind of like repetitive. Like the class that they provide. I see it's like bag 31 and bag 35 that's sitting there in the front of the screen.
Oh yeah. Oh. Luckily, we're not getting there tonight. we get some rest.
Okay.
Is that 1? No, that's fine. That's 20. Oh, who have we got here? We have Wanda by the looks of it in here. In bag 22. It's the only minifigure I've actually seen.
Right. So it actually comes with 2 sticker sheets and then a little plastic cape and wings. So it looks like they're. Is that a big version of the Wasp, maybe?
Oh yeah.
And then lots and lots of stickers. So
At least it's not that much like, for example, other sets. I'm not sure if you compare it to Rivendell. If Rivendell set had so many stickers as this one.
yeah.
That's weird in 26. It's got like leaf pieces, which is
Probably interior sections that will with plants and offices and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think this might be Captain America. Yeah, it's Captain America.
Yeah, and something else. which is also very interesting. You know, I saw it. It was either this week or last week with this South African groups, Saffels group, where you know the Jurassic Park. It's the first movie that came out. I think it was in 1993, Jurassic Park. And it's basically showed that the packages are the paper packages. And now, you know, Lego basically said they are going to transform their plastic packages to paper. And this is our latest set, and it doesn't have the paper back. So I'm not sure when are we officially transforming to that whole packaging stuff.
Well, I've seen, the paper bags have been talked about for a long, long time. Like you said, I'm surprised that we've not seen it yet. I thought even as far back as the UCS X-Wing this year would have perhaps had them, but not seen a single set with them yet. Yeah, so it's like we have 3 manuals with this.
Okay, that's very
it's quite strange as well, because if you look at the back of it, so book 1 has Stark on it.
Yes, it is.
Book 2, the letters are starting to pull off.
Huh.
And then book 3 is pretty much just the Avengers logo.
That's weird.
Yeah, so
it's interesting. Probably it's designers' concepts or ideas. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. But at least you've got a nice collection. It's kind of like is a UCS collection of Marvel. They don't call it that, but definitely. Just like how many bags are still coming out of that box, eh?
No, that's it. Luckily. Quite interesting though, with the colour of bag 2, it looks like that massive creature. So I'm wondering what bag 1 will be.
Yeah, I think it's I'm not sure what's the enemy that they faced in the first Avengers movie. The Bukhari, what was those guys?
Chitauri.
Yeah. I think it's probably coming from them. And that Loki, remember we spoke last time? Loki was a very iconic figure. It didn't come with a lot of sets. And it's now the first time that they're bringing out more sets with Loki itself.
Yeah, it's the last character you build in this. So there's 39 sets of bags. So I think what we need to do
is try to find one.
Is anything more than 5? That's it. Yeah. Anything more than 6 will stick in the box.
Well, I've seen up to 39.
Actually, let's keep the first 10 out.
Yeah,
you
know what will be a nice iconic thing that to add with the set is that Quinjet.
Yes.
That will be iconic set because I didn't order this set because it's a bit too over my budget. But I definitely ordered the Quinjet myself to add with regards to the, the Marvel spaceships or jets that they have. Because I think it's the Guardians of the Galaxy one. If you can remember, it was the Infinity Wars. Those Guardians, I think it was the orange spaceship. And this last one of Guardians of the Galaxy that has the turquoise color. I know it's retiring this at the end of this month. I definitely got it, and I'm paying it off with regards to one of the organizations that I kind of like buy my sets from. So yeah, that's one of the sets that I have. I think I have like 3 of the jets itself.
Okay. Yeah, because I say we got the original orange Guardian ship. We haven't got the new one. I don't like it. I wasn't keen on the look of the new one, to be honest.
Yeah, and look, it's more kind of like it's totally different. I know I was in the store of the Lego certified store in Menlo, which is in Pretoria, and it's you know that augmented reality where you can actually take the box.
Yeah, I saw the video you did with Spider-Man.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting set itself of the Guardians, and you get iconic minifigures with it. But I think it's something also to get to add to your collection if you are a Marvel collector. Look, I'm not that big, but I do have a small Marvel collection in my cupboards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think you guys.
There's some nice Marvel sets. I think there've been some. I think some of the smaller sets they're too sparse, to be honest. But there have been some really nice ones. I love the big buildings. I think the Sanctorum and the Bugle were amazing builds.
Yeah, and also, for example, Groot. I'm Groot. That figure itself,
Yes.
the that and the what's it that the goblet or something like that of Thanos.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
that's
The Groot is really nice. I'm not sure why they did the Venom Groot.
I'm not
That
sure
was
about
really weird.
I'm not sure about the Venom group, but I see a lot of people do like the set itself, but it's not iconic. It's just the Venom from a version with Groot, but it doesn't have, like, for example, the first one that came out with that
The tape
music.
deck. Oh,
Yeah,
like I said, yeah.
yeah, that's iconic.
Right.
So that's
We,
one.
we need a bigger table, I think.
That's 1 through 5.
Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that side. Now it looks like we've got the standard non-number bags as well.
Yeah, also something that came out is it's not, for example, when you have the instruction booklet, where it was kind of like everything had to be kind of like connected when you utilize the instruction booklet to build each pack of or package. It's kind of like separate now. So 2 or more than 3 people can actually build the set itself simultaneously. That's very nice. I'm
Trouble
not
with
sure.
these sets, I presume, because we did one the other day where it was multiple books.
Yes.
Actually, this one's not too bad because you can actually build part of the build separate. But on the, I can't remember which set it was I was doing now, but it was multiple books, but you had to build it on top of the previous one.
Yes. Yes, I think it was probably the Harry Potter one, the Diagonal Alley's one that you guys built.
No, the Diagonal Alley was quite good because you had 4 separate books for the 4 separate buildings.
Yeah, oh, so it was 4. Okay.
I tell you what it might have been the new Harry Potter, the castle.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that might have been 2 books, and you had to have the first section to be able to build the second one.
No,
yes.
I think it was. What do you think it was then?
No, it wasn't that.
Right, shall we get started then?
Definitely.
So, do you want us to both build this, George, or do you want to get started on this by getting the iPad?
Well, I was thinking you get the iPad and do that, and then I.
Well, can you go and get me the iPad, please?
Got to do everything around here. It's like manual labour. Should we get paid for this?
Always moaning.
But also deduct some tax to pay the government for his hard.
Thank you, George.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to try and split the build a bit. So the first book. So I'm going to build the Bowser. Isn't there Doctor Strange and the 2 figures there? It's Thor and a Chitauri in my one.
Oh. There's surprisingly no Doctor Strange in this set. Well, I suppose he's not in the film, is he? There's no Doctor. He's not in the films, is he?
Which figure is that?
There's Wong.
There is no Doctor Strange in it.
It's because he's not in the 2 films, is he? He's not in Endgame or Avengers 3. No, yeah, but he's not in this part of Endgame.
I think in the first, what's his name? The first Avengers movie, he wasn't there, but the in-game Doctor Strange was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking it might be whoever came back to the tower. Then that wouldn't make sense for Wong, actually. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, because it's also a bit weird if you think about the Avengers Tower. Like, for instance, if you can remember with the first movie that came out, it contains figures which was not part of the first iconic battle that took place, I think, there in New York.
Yes.
It's a bit weird, but it's also probably, I think they want to make it iconic of all the Avengers which took part until Endgame itself.
Well, yeah, because part of it is in the building itself. You build up the scenes when they go back, which is why you got the 2 Captain Americas and a couple of Tony Starks, one in the shield outfits, and so on.
Yes. Because I'm not. Is Ant-Man? Is Ant-Man also there part of the
There
list
is
of?
There's an Ant-Man and a Wasp.
but the Ant-Man is a statue Ant-Man, like one of the little ones for any shrunk
Yes,
man.
yes, yes. And the Wasp is Wasp.
She's normal size.
Okay, so those two figures are there itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the wings on that one.
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure, but hopefully that will be also a conic figure to have, because I know I bought two of these figures from someone who's selling his whole entire Lego collection.
Yeah.
In South Africa, but he's literally focusing on just buying minifigures. So I bought, like for example, two of those Hulk figures, but not
Yeah.
the small, like the big ones that you have in that set. And Venom, Ant-Man, Wasp, and I can't remember. There's I think two or three more that I bought from this one guy. But yeah, it's just totally focusing on Marvel figures.
So I've actually got one of the Iron Mans. I think
Oh.
this is the Mark 7 one. So that works out pretty well for me. No offense. But actually, something they've done on the book, which is quite nice, I've seen them start doing, is at the bottom of the page you can see the minifigure.
Yes, yes.
So I think that's quite nice that they've started doing that. Because what was it they started that with? Was that the? I think the first set I saw it in was the. It was a Mandalorian set. It was the one I did with William Valera. What was that called? I'm sure it was that one. It was. What's the bad guy in the Mandalorian called?
Just like you guys are asking me questions.
Yeah, I can picture him. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
There's too
Anyway,
many-
it's his like Star Destroyer kind of thing. I think that was the first time I saw it.
Isn't it the guy that they fought in season 3, the last episode, where Bo-Katan Mando was fighting against?
Yeah.
Yes, I can't remember his name now, but I know next year with all the Star Wars and Mandalorian sets that are coming out, they're going to bring out the battle pack. I see, what is it, next year, January, they're bringing out that, the Clone Trooper and the Droid battle pack.
Yes, that's really good.
Yeah, that's how iconic set. And with that, I think it's a spider droid, or what do they call that massive droid that can turn its head 360 degrees? I'm not sure what
I think it is the spider droid.
No, it's not. Because the spider droid is the small one. The small one. Yeah.
Which you get with the ATT Walker.
Actually, it might be. The other ones might be small spider droids.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And then there's another battle pack of the Mandalorians that's coming out.
Okay, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, some of the Mandalorians and some of the Empire, the rise of the Empire forces, whatever they call it. I'm not sure. There's too many names for this. How can you say Star Wars?
I quite like the lightning piece that comes with Thor.
That's interesting because I have, I think I have 3 minifigures of Thor. The first one, which basically I think which you have, but it's a more kind of like an updated version, and then basically from Infinity Wars and Endgame, where he has the short hair and then long hair, but he's a bit chubby. So
Oh yeah, Braithor.
yeah.
Yeah, Thor's really good. There you go. Then there's apparently there's an alternate build on this. If we get that to go in.
Also very interesting. They are going to. I hear it's going to be the actors. I can't remember his name, but it's going to one of the movies that he did now. I think this year was his last movie as Thor itself.
Yeah, because there's a Thor 5 coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Now they are focusing on the multiverse, I'm not sure how you guys feel about the multiverse, but for me, it's not as interesting as the whole, how can you say, all the movies that they made with regards to which led up to Infinity Wars and Endgame. It's not
Yeah.
that interesting, but yeah.
I must admit, I think they've struggled a bit since the end of Endgame.
Yeah, they went off on such a high note, and everyone came back to the cinemas thinking it's gonna be brilliant, another great year, and then they just didn't deliver, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've also seen it. What was it? I don't know if you guys were actually listening to Elon Musk last week, where he had where there was a person that was interviewing him with regards to advertising on Twitter. I don't know if you guys actually listened to it.
No, I haven't
You
seen that.
the guys must just, they can stop advertising. In the end, it will kill Twitter, but everybody will know it was not Elon Musk that destroyed Twitter. It will be the other guys that weren't advertising. And one of the people that he referred to was the CEO of Disney itself. So yeah, and apparently Disney Plus is actually collapsing. They said that this week they've lost 56% of their shares in the business itself, the value. So I think it's also due to people, the customers that are changing their minds with regards to the products of what they want to see on TV.
Which is strange because
Yeah.
the series and everything they put on Disney Plus have been fantastic.
Yeah, but what is I was actually talking to one of my tenants this week. There is a new one that's coming out. They call it Waka.
Right.
WAKA, Waka. And it's basically it has Netflix, it has Disney, it has what's that, HBO, it has a multi-choice, it has all the channels that you, a wider range, I think over 6,000 channels that you can choose from to watch.
Blimey.
It's not like Netflix and Disney Plus, which limits you to a certain amount of series that you can watch, and you have to do this and that, and you have to pay this certain amount, and it's the same amount of amount that you pay for Netflix.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I've not heard of that one at all.
yeah, I think you guys can actually go and look it up. I've never heard about this channel or company before, but the tenants are basically talking that because they are also communicating with each other, and they also have children, so they just said they are making use of Waka. So yeah.
Okay. I'll have to have a look for that.
Yeah, definitely. Because my mom, she wants to subscribe, so, because now retirement she can watch more movies, and I think with the HBO, with the new, I think it's the new Band of Brothers series that's coming out in January, but it's more based on the Air Force. I don't know if you guys saw that. She wants to watch that when it comes out in January. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because I think one of the things that's has annoyed a lot of people is this, where you can't share outside the household though now with Netflix.
Yeah. I think with, for example, Netflix, it does allow each person to have his or her own profile, but I'm not sure if it's more kind of like a parent that kind of like controls of what the children are watching on Netflix. I'm not sure if that's also an issue. I'm not sure.
Well, no, because one of the things they've done is, for example, if you had a child at university, they can't use your account anymore, because unless they actually log on.
Yes.
Because you have to do it through TV, which sets the household. And then unless you connect to the same Wi-Fi as that TV at least every 30 days, you lose access to Netflix.
Sure.
And I say, if you're at university, you don't necessarily come back after 30 days. So I think that's upset a lot of people.
Yeah, probably. It's kind of like you have to run your business like what the customer wants. So I think it's also difficult for companies like Netflix and Disney Plus to stay ahead. It's almost like what we also heard is the Waka's also broadcasting the latest movies that is coming out.
Yeah.
Like Napoleon, the new latest movie that came out, I think the 16th of November. Everybody was talking about that. I know Napoleon was a very iconic general in his period of time. But it's apparently streaming live on Waka. So I was like, that's interesting. Now all the cinemas it starts creating competition for those guys, and cinemas can start closing down because now the customers don't actually want to go to a cinema to spend time there and spend a lot of money to buy snacks and watch a movie. They would rather buy it from the local supermarket and just watch the movie at home.
But how are they managing to do it for that price?
I'm not sure. So I think probably Waka just came up with a different business model, and they have connections with certain stakeholders. So I think it's a totally different model of doing business and providing content of what people actually want to watch and providing a wider variety. Because you also see with Netflix, it has also just have the organization also have just a certain amount of documentaries and movies and series.
Yeah.
So you cannot watch, like for example, my mom, she likes SEAL Team. I'm not such a huge fan of it, but Netflix isn't showing.
Right.
Yeah, so it's something that annoys her. For example, she watches that. I can't remember the series name. The one is Virgin River, and the other one is Outlander.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two that she's actually watching. But for example, Waka has the latest season, and Netflix only has like up to season 5. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's
I think,
unbelievable with Sky and Netflix. I started watching a series called Manifest. It's where the plane disappears and it comes back 5 years later.
I've heard about it.
But it was strange because I watched the first series on Netflix, and then the next, because it said 2 seasons.
Yes.
I didn't know there were 4. Watched the first one. The next season on Netflix was season 4.
Sure.
But then they had seasons 2 and 3, and only 2 and 3 on Sky.
Yeah, it's strange. It's really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the whole story is now going with regards to with regards to what we are watching on TV and stuff like that.
I see you joined us as well.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Guys.
Hello, how's it going?
Got my coffee.
Here's my coffee. Yes.
So how are you?
Oh, Mocha.
I like that. I do like Milka.
Yeah, here's my what's his name?
Big.
Here's my
How much is it?
So how are you?
I'm prepared.
Busy day today?
Terrible.
Shame.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Wait, I just make up my.
Oh, you're frozen.
Yeah, it's probably.
It's crazy busy at the butcher shop. So a lot of questions and a lot of preparations going on. But we're holding on. And you guys?
Yeah, just surviving. Just surviving.
Yeah. No, so we've all been ill recently. Actually, both myself and my wife have had COVID. George has had a bad chest infection.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not been great.
And he's got a running competition tomorrow.
Yeah, just be careful with your lungs because I know If you run, it will have some form of impact. But yeah, I hope you guys have managed to overcome that COVID. Yo, I think it's terrible with regards to how many times have you guys had COVID now? I've only had it once.
I've officially had it twice, but there are 2 other occasions where I believe I've had it, but I always tested negative.
And I've never had it, and his mum had it twice.
I think Mum's only had it once.
Yeah, because what was it? I think here in this year, we actually saw my father became very ill, and it was also his lungs that were being impacted.
Yeah,
And we thought it was just a normal lung infection or it was bronchitis. So he actually had 2 courses of antibiotics. And eventually it came out one of the people that he visited, he was one of the businesses that he went for, work that he did for them. The person actually had COVID and he was off for 2 weeks.
yeah.
So my father was actually in contact with the guy for face to face, and he came home and we were in contact with him, and I didn't have any COVID at all. So it was just weird.
Yeah, it's strange how it affects different people different ways as well. But I know my wife's been really ill with it. So yeah, it's not good. And so the annoying thing is I had my jab as well, the 4th booster.
Oh,
It didn't make any difference.
yeah, I'm not sure. Yes, sir. From my point of view, yeah, I didn't have any of those injections.
No?
I'm basically not a huge fan of just having injection of something that I do not trust at all. So basically, it's just I know I had COVID once, but it was the second strain that I had, but that was a very intense one. I was like off for a whole week. And you, Xavier?
I've only had it one time official. So, and then it was one day feeling before you know it's official, you feel terrible.
Yes.
But I always get sick when I'm off of work. So if it's holiday for me, and my body somehow works that way. If you relax, you get
Yes.
quicker ill. So I have a lot of chores to do at home, painting the walls for the kids' rooms. So I just did that while I had COVID, and I took my time. I was just taping, and then I did one more taping, and I was like, "Yeah, it's time for coffee." I went downstairs, made some coffee, go back, paint the wall. Yeah, go again for coffee.
Because I know when I got it, I was literally, I didn't have any energy to actually do work. I was literally in bed for 7 days. So it was so bad. I literally did not have any energy. So yeah, I think it impacts a person, every person differently. So I think everybody had his or her own experiences with God. So and I don't.
Yeah,
It's kind of like something that you don't wish someone would get. It's a terrible disease.
Yeah.
terrible. So I've lost some folks
Yeah.
COVID. So I don't think or laugh about it or think lightly about it. But yeah, but that's the Stars World, right? But how's the build going? You guys built the Green God or went for your low-end Avengers Tower?
No, we're going for the Avengers Tower.
Ah,
We haven't dared try that yet, in case it dad us to sleep somewhere else if we start that.
oh, really? Really, George?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm probably safe until I say let's finish it.
Yeah.
And then I'm in trouble.
See, we've got some big sets to build,
Yeah.
and we literally have no space to put anything.
So we're gonna start bagging stuff up.
Who has, right?
Well,
We
No,
just
you
need to buy another house, and then we're set.
what was it that what was it on there in Australia where the two wife and the husband actually they have a collection that is over 100,000 Australian dollars worth, and they said they do not have enough space for their Lego, so they are forced to buy another house. I was like, what? Really? You get in the whole house. If you get into the entrance of the house, everything is just Lego. I was like,
yeah, because I heard
Yeah.
the story. I didn't see any pictures.
yeah. It's if you go onto it's one of the Australian news channels. You would basically find it. But I was like, really? Like that's
It sounds like Nigel and George house in 3 years.
It sounds pretty light compared to our house. That's definitely how Mum feels. But...
No, I've got to do some more 3D printing soon. See, we've got. I haven't shown it yet, but the the supercar sets,
Yes.
the Lamborghini and all that. I
Yeah.
managed to get hold of the Porsche.
Oh,
So I've got all 4 of them now.
Whoa.
So I want to print some wall brackets. I'm going to put them all on the wall next to each other.
okay.
But yeah, just try and get some space back because, as I say, we've got 3 of them on the shelves in here, and then the other one's just on the fridge in the kitchen at the minute because I've got any room for it.
Mom, shall I put some sets away, store them away, make room?
We've done that with a couple of the smaller sets,
Hmm.
or a couple of the older sets as well. But I think we've only taken about 6 down so far. haven't
Yeah. We couldn't bring ourselves to do it. Dad kept crying, and it was like a whole thing. And it's like,
It was horrible, right, George? You're like,
Yeah.
come on.
it's like taking a piece of yourself and then breaking it apart.
It's not good. It doesn't feel natural taking Lego apart.
Yeah.
Wasn't listening, George, wasn't
Yeah.
listening to ABBA while doing it.
No, I think that's also the problem that comes with the Lego. The collection becomes so big, you don't have enough space, and that's why I think a lot of us on our WhatsApp group has spoken about this a lot of times before. That you need to decide of actually what you want for your certain room in your house, because I'm like literally now just picking out what I want. For example, I was now in the this week I was at the Lego certified store in Mainland there, Pretoria. Now I bought a iconic set, but one of the sets that I did, which I basically considered of buying, was that Eldorado Fortress one that you have as David. But I actually listened to a couple of reviews of what people actually said about the set. And it came out that 60% of the set is basically just rocks that you're building. And the rest is basically just the structure itself. And that's what the guys actually, when they were reviewing it, they were actually showing it. And that iconic base plate that we used to get is not there anymore. So it was just interesting. So that, yeah.
From my point of view, it's I've got the old Eldorado Fortress also, so it's a nostalgic bomb, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and I think from my point of view, Lego did an excellent job.
Yes.
Right? Because the raised base plate, be glad Lego isn't doing that anymore. Because if you want a raised base plate these days, you have to worry about cracks. The nuts are gone. Corners are chopped off. Bented, broken, cracked. So I think it's the brick is more sturdier. Than the base plate, and I agree, but I think it's not 60%, maybe 40 or 50, somewhere between that. But There's also a lot of gimmick and hidden sides under
Yeah.
the rock.
Yeah, I looked at it, but yeah, that's just what the guy who also has a YouTube channel reviewed it. So that kind of like swinged my decision of what I actually bought in the end, because I did not go for the Eldorado at the end. I actually went for the Ghost set, because that's basically iconic set with regards to Star Wars. So I got that set for myself. So yeah, it's kind of like a Christmas present from Luan, Christmas father, for himself.
I'm really struggling on not hitting the gun on the Orient Express at the moment. So
Yeah.
it has
Oh yeah,
double VIP points this weekend, and you can get 2 gift with purchase. Not
yes,
the
yes,
most interested gift with
yeah.
purchase for me.
Apparently,
But,
yeah. So sorry, I actually interrupted you, Zabi. You can quickly finish. Just want to say something after you've finished.
Okay, so I'm really on the fence for I want to buy the train set, but it's not motorized.
But you could put motor in it, 'cause it fits on the tracks.
I'm a 9-volt guy, so it's where you want to put the 9-volt. I've seen also some YouTubers struggling with motorizing the Orient Express. Some really breaking down the set and try to make it work. What I understand is those 2 carriages are top heavy, so the motor maybe you need 2, and with a 9-volt motor it won't work. And going around the corners, it's because so heavy. If the motor's around the corner, right, and the carriages are behind, it can't move anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so it's basically a design error from Lego itself.
Yeah, but it's weird, right? Because the tender where the coals are stored,
Yes, yes.
it's hollow, and the shape of which you can put it in isn't the battery box for the power up functions. So that's crazy, right? You can put the motor in, but how you want to motorize it? So you gotta do adjustments.
From my point of view, that will also swing my decision with regards to buying the set. Because from my point of view, if there's so many errors,
I really like the set, and I really but if it's not motorized, I don't know yet.
What about that Harry Potter one, which also it's I think in South Africa goes for 2,100
Sorry,
rand.
George. Sure.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, was it me? I was like George was showing something.
Oh, it was.
Oh yeah, so that's one bag of the actual model itself.
Okay, so it's basically the first level of not the first level, but it's like the ground level of the building itself.
Yeah, shoulders hurting already. You know, have you seen Kung Fu Panda?
Sorry, which Kung Fu Panda?
Have you seen the first Kung Fu Panda?
Yes. You
know where he's like going up all the stairs and then he just looks up and sees he's only at like steps. That's how it feels.
What a strange analogy.
Well, I couldn't think of anything else. Okay. What else can you think of where it's like you feel like you're so far, but you've only got a small distance?
On a Saturday.
That's true. Driving a Tesla.
Oh, nice. Its wings.
Yes, I'm not overly from the box, I'm not overly convinced about this, so we'll see what it looks like when it's finished. But
so Zavi, basically, just going back to the trains. From my point of view, if I was kind of like really into trains, I would rather than go for the one of the Harry Potter one that they are selling, because it also has like a small train station itself. I saw it in the store this week. And this train actually looks very nice. I can actually send you a video clip of how it looks like after they've built it.
do you mean the Icons one or the smaller one?
Sorry, just repeat that.
The Icons version or the smaller version?
The smaller version.
Okay.
So it's not that massive, expensive one. I think that you guys actually built on the live stream. So maybe go for that. But yeah, if there's too many design errors, because I know you, as you really enjoy actually playing with the trains itself, and if there's so many issues coming,
a lot set up and play
Yeah,
with
like-
kiddos.
Yeah, for example, for me, I won't play with the set itself. Like, I know my father will actually do it. He really likes trains. He also likes trains, but he would actually sit and play with the set itself. I would just play a little bit with it and then basically display it. So I know you basically constantly share and play with your children with the train. So if there's design errors, I would literally go for something else. From my point of view, that's just my honest opinion.
Yeah, well, I think also the little guy loves to play with the push train. So maybe
Yeah,
maybe
that's also how
it's also a bit expensive push train of 400 euros. Or what is it?
Yeah.
300.
Yeah, like for instance, that's also how because I looked at, for example, it's kind of, that's why I also bought the set. It's kind of like to spoil myself after finishing now the MBA after 2 years. Just that was a long period. So I was considering the El Dorado Fortress. There was the X-Wing, UCS X-Wing, and then the Ghost. And what was it? There was another. I can't remember. I think that those were the three. Also, the Indiana Jones, that diorama that you.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So I was looking at it, and those were the 4 sets I was looking at. So in the end, it came down to the Ghost, because my mom was also standing there, and she was like, the El Dorado looks nice, but yeah, if there's so many, she also picked up that there's too many rocks in the set itself. So it's kind of like repetition the whole time. So it's not something interesting that you will enjoy building. Then it came down to Indiana Jones. I've showed her all the features and stuff like that, but then she said, but you can buy it at a later stage, but from her point of view of displaying it, it's not like a nice, cool set. And she said the X-Wing, it's a bit too bulky for her. It's just this massive structure, and it looks like if it's tilting the whole time. But she preferred the Ghost, which was a bit interesting. She said it has a very interesting shape. And also, when I listened to the reviews of people, I don't know if you actually looked at the previous Ghosts. They came out. The interior, it didn't have an interior section at all, and the shape of the previous Ghost was totally wrong. It had the wrong colors itself. So I was like, sure. Yeah, I didn't know about it. So they literally corrected the colors and the shape, and it has now an interior section. And for example, the gunship section where you can shoot out stuff can actually turn 180 degrees. So the previous set didn't have that, but like the top portion, there's another gunship at the top. That's the only one that's a bit fixed. The previous one, you could actually turn 360 degrees, but it was just very limited space. So I eventually went for that one, and it has the two iconic figures of how can you say, the Resistance, which is Chopper, the droid, and what's that other lady, Hera or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Hera.
those two figures. So
What do you guys thought about the series Ahsoka? Sorry.
I
really liked it.
Definitely.
I was quite impressed by the series.
It's
I was like,
yes, Avi.
sorry. I was like not sure at first. It was difficult getting into the show, but I think it's when it was three episodes long, I was really like, oh, it's Wednesday again. Showtime, and then I really liked it.
Yeah, if you look also at the sets itself that they've brought out, it's for example the Ghost, and then the T6 Jedi shuttle, and do you guys have it, George? Did you guys buy the T6?
Yes,
oh yeah,
it is right here actually.
Oh, yes. So, and it has that 4 iconic figures.
Yeah,
They're
around here somewhere.
They are there. They're right there. Right where you were looking, but you didn't see it.
So it comes with 4 iconic figures. So I also bought that set. Well, I'm not sure about the other one, which has the 2 Siths. I can't remember what that set's name is, but yeah. But from my point of view, the series was also very interesting. And that last episode was also very nice with regards to the battle. It's kind of like that zombie, what can you say, Empire troopers that they were fighting there. But it wasn't that intense, like, for example, The Mandalorian, season 3, where they were actually, it was a massive battle that was taking place on the ground and in the air. It was actually the first time that we've seen a battle with regards to where they were wearing that jetpacks on their backs, and they were actually charging at each other in the air. It was totally different. You don't see it, and it's kind of like something that we would see in the future with air combat, where people where soldiers were actually charging each other in the air. It's totally different.
Well, with the undead, they saw before. We've obviously, it explains how the witches made them undead. Like, I think it was the last episode or the second to last one that showed that. But it sort of like told you before that because of the red on their armor, because it's the same cloth that's used for the witches.
Sure.
So I think that's. I think I saw something where it said that's why that was on them. So it just shows how they tried to catch us out, don't they?
But it's kind of like they are adding a lot more detail than the previous, how can you say, the Star Wars movies and series had.
Yes.
And it kind of like is luring more fans to the, how can you say, the franchise of Star Wars itself. So, especially also, we previously, before Zavi joined, we spoke about that battle pack that's coming out next year, January, of the clone troopers and the battle droids. I think a lot of people are going to buy it, not only for to create armies, clone trooper and battle droids armies, but also for collectors, and also to sell it in the future, like, for example, the 501st battle pack.
Yeah.
And also the Mandalorian battle pack that's coming out in the future. So, yeah.
I'm making a meal of this section.
Yeah, so
I'm building an entire skyscraper before you finish your little creature over there. It's like, come on, pick up the pace.
You got meeting again.
any sense that you can buy for yourself in the futures of it? Is it
Well,
just
the
a
story in press. Yeah, that's the one. And well, I'll keep my eyes on good deals for the picnic
Yes.
store for part out value. So that's also quite interesting and great to see the turnouts. And I had a very easy couple of weeks, month of no sale at all.
That's
And I was like,
interesting.
yeah, but we had those Black Fridays for two. You guys,
Yeah, you keep coming and going a bit.
I'm sorry, guys. My connection is tweaking or something like that.
It's fine.
I don't know why.
It's fine.
So, but we had a lot of those extra sales for Black Fridays, and I think a lot of people can spend only one time the money, so they spent on the original store for Lego, and so those weeks went gone, and Black Fridays ended. All of a sudden, I get orders for UK, France, the United States, and also for the Netherlands. So it's quite nice, and it's enjoyable when you come home and you see 2 or 3 orders waiting to be picked up, and it's quite interesting, and then gives you enthusiasm for it.
So you finding any particular bits or the most popular, or is it a bit of everything really?
A bit of everything, but I think I need to focus on because United States and the UK really buy Star Wars pieces.
Yes.
And for the Netherlands, it's quite old and nostalgic pieces, right? So I sold a lot of old spacemen and torsos for the spacemen and old Lego Town torsos. But really weird orders. For one guy only ordered one piece, and it cost 12 cents, but to ship it was €3. So like, okay. Yeah.
See, even if you don't need it, you make it up there.
It's actually interesting,
right? So it's really interesting. France really just buy complete sets, and then says, "Well, I want the Minecraft set," and then I send it off. And the UK and the United States really go for the Star Wars pieces. So what was it called? Some kind of bomber, hyena bomber pieces. One guy just bought all. So I was like, all right.
What's his name? No clone troopers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I had a few of those robot droids, and bought all of them. That was quite interesting haul, and I think it's funny because local market, someone's selling a set.
I'll be worried I've got too many bits.
I'll pick it.
Yeah, where'd you get them spare?
And then I just sold for €8. So I've got still plenty of pieces left, and I'll probably sell those also. So no sweat.
Yo, Yeah, it's actually interesting because also if you look at the specials that's coming out now, I don't know if you guys actually have been looking at the certified stores and other toy stores that are selling now. For example, Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually specials now on the sets itself. I actually bought one of the Avatar sets, which was on sale. And one of the Christmas, how can you say, Father Christmas with these 4 reindeers. That's I'm not sure if it's a creator or iconic set, but that was also on discount. So
That's the reindeer battle pack. I call it the reindeer battle pack.
yeah, so basically it's you kind of like have to keep your eyes open because what was it today? I was in a Toys R Us store in the Glen Shopping Center, and there was one of the Lego City sets that was marked off with 700 rand, and you have to work it back to with regards to uh, pounds and euros and stuff like that. But it was basically in the beginning 2,000 rand, and now it was 1,300 rand. So
That's a good deal. Man.
yeah, it's a good deal. But I'm not a huge Lego City fan, so I know one of the parents were actually standing there. They weren't sure of what to buy. So basically, I said to them, "Look,
Okay, no.
there's this one iconic, how can you say, firefighter Lego City set which has been marked off. You can actually buy it for your child. Boys at the age of 6 always like firefighters, and you can actually buy the set. So what is also coming out with regards to South Africa's buyers is when the set comes out from Lego City, which is a firehouse, it's literally sold out in 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before. I was like, really? That's really interesting. So probably something if you are in South Africa and you want to buy sets, you should buy a couple of those files. Just keep it and see how it goes up in value.
Yeah, I saw a good deal this week, but I had to decline it, unfortunately. It was the Ghostbusters firehouse.
Oh, yeah.
I really like looking at that because we did the Ecto one last week.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, you did the Ecto one.
Oh, I did the Ecto one last week. Yeah.
After like the Lamborghini and the sign, not that it's the Lamborghini sign, the Lamborghini and the Ferrari and the Bugatti. I was like, I'm not touching another Lego car.
Yeah,
It's pretty much too soon.
Yeah, I think it's an iconic set with regards to the two that they brought out with Ghostbusters. I think there were 2 versions of the Ghostbuster cars, right? The one which was a bit smaller and the one that's now
3 versions of it now.
Sure, that's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. This is the largest of them all.
Sure.
Yeah, I think there was 2 before. I think one came with all the characters as well.
Oh,
yes. It was minifigure scale, but this one's huge.
Yeah, because I literally I can't remember all those sets because they are bringing so many new versions out of the sets, so you can't remember. So yeah, that one was really nice. I actually looked at it while when your video came out. It was actually it's a really interesting set. I was also considering of buying it, but then I was like, otherwise now I'm creating another theme, so I'd rather stick to what I have at home.
Yeah.
So
the one thing I forgot to mention on the review is you get a pack of Stay Puft marshmallows in it.
Oh,
but the strange thing is that they show it on the seat.
Oh, there's that Ant-Man, yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually go on anywhere, so it just rolls around in the car whenever you move it.
More like Dad put it in the wrong place and can't figure out where to put it.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's really nice. I'd love to get the lighter sound kit for this, but it's really expensive at the minute.
Yeah,
but we are going to be trying something new on the channel soon because we have actually got some lighting kits.
Yeah, because
really?
Sorry, that broke up. So I didn't catch that.
That's probably that internet. Yo.
Correct.
That's right.
Hey, you're back again, eh?
No.
Yeah. It's terrible, right?
You,
Yeah, so we've got 4 lighting kits. So we've got the Hogsmeade,
yeah.
which we're going to do. We've got the Jurassic Park gates, because I thought that looked really good.
Yeah.
We've got the Ewok Village.
That will be a nice
wow.
one.
Yes, I'm not sure about putting the green light at the bottom. I think that's too much. But I think for all the flames and everything, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
And then the last one, we go to the Tree of Souls for Avatar.
Yeah, that was also marked off. Now with Lego Certified Stores in South Africa with 1,000 rand, it was marked off for that set, and literally it wasn't available at the store, so that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. But I got the smaller set through. Can't remember its name, but it's one of the Avatar sets, which was also on discount. So
Right.
rather get it. Because I know at the end of this month, all the Avatar sets will be taken off from the shelves from any Lego certified or Lego store. So, yeah.
So I've got to do a couple of stickers, apparently. Yeah, so I've finished my build.
Ah,
I still think it looks a bit like Bowser from the front. But
I think one of my video clips, or not video clips, but one of the gaming videos that's coming out, I'm not sure when, probably in December, is of the battle in New York itself.
yeah,
So I know there with Thor, I used him to fight a couple of those enemies there in New York itself.
yeah, the game is very good, actually. I did enjoy that.
It looks like I'm actually making a vending machine at the minute. For one reason or another. There's been no inside of the building built at all. No support beams or anything. But they prioritise the vending machine over everything else.
I think you're probably just working with the foundation for now. You're just pouring the concrete and putting the steel reinforcement, making sure the structure is strong enough to keep.
So the vending machine is for Smash or Thirst with Vita Rush, which is a PIM product. So I wonder if you get small through using it.
I'm not sure. That's actually very interesting of the detail that they add with regards to the sets. I don't know if any of one of you have that Disney Up house.
Yes. Yeah, that was on the channel about a month ago, maybe.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice set, that was.
So both of you, Xavier, you also have it.
No, I need it.
You need it. Actually, what's his name? Yeah, that's also a iconic set to get because I think before it goes, before they take it off the shelves, we really need to get one of those sets because that's really an iconic set of Disney itself. I've looked at the other Disney sets that they brought up, but it wasn't that good. It's
my favorite Disney set is the camera.
The camera.
I just want
Yeah, that's really nice.
The camera is amazing.
Yeah, but with all those pictures of the films.
Yes.
And the minifigure.
Yeah, the minifigure is nice. The thing I liked about the film strip was they made them all with minifigure pictures, but it actually tells you in the instruction manual what all the films are and the years they're released.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
So probably, if anybody wants to buy Disney sets, our recommendations from the Disney theme will be the camera and then the Up set itself.
Yeah, they're the two we've got, just the camera and the Up.
Well, no,
We've got the... Which one? What was the other one with?
the castle. We had the castle for years.
Oh, yeah, the original castle we've had for a long time.
Yeah, but that's the old one. But we're talking about the 100-year anniversary.
Yeah. No, we've got some brickheads, haven't we?
Probably.
Sidekicks.
What?
Psychic.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't-
Hi, tuning. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're okay.
I don't even know that we've got these. I don't remember these at all.
No, I was like, psychics. I don't even know about that characters or thing.
Like, you've been hiding from me now. Oh,
Oh!
yeah, I do remember these. I do remember this.
I was like, yes, what set is that? I was like, yeah, I can remember now.
I thought you were going to be like Robin and people like that.
I do like the fact as well, on the pictures on the back, it tells you the years it was released.
So the one is from basically from Beauty and the Beast. The other one's from Pocahontas. Then Mimo.
Yeah, you got Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, Nemo, and I think this one's Moana.
Yeah, with a chicken.
Yeah. In fact, it actually says on the front, it is Moana.
Sure. Yeah, I know the Pocahontas was an iconic one because what was it? What do they call that creature? It's not. It's the grey one. I'm not sure what you call it, but it's a one that it's kind of like a pest there in America.
Yeah, like a raccoon sort of thing.
Yeah, raccoon. Yeah, it's kind of like a real pest. If you leave out like garbage, like food, which is all stuff like that, they would literally get into your dustbin and they would take it out. I was like,
Yes.
yo.
The one thing I quite like about this, it looks like each one's got a little Disney 100 plaque.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice. Yeah, we've.
So that's basically the three that we can actually recommend for anybody that's actually. I see here there's like 5 people watching the live stream, so I'm not sure who they are, but yeah, I'm not even. I don't even see any comments on it as well.
Oh, I missed a step. That makes sense. No
You
wonder I
must-
can't. I'm
No.
trying to attach something to something
No.
that's not there.
You must miss a step, otherwise the vending machine will not be complete.
Have you noticed I'm just letting George build? I'm just chatting. It's
Quite nice because I know it would be built right this way. So.
cheeky individual. He's a so isn't he?
Well, come on, I deserve a little bit. I've been jam-packed with everything the last few days.
With homework.
Yeah.
Sort of. Well, technically, yeah. Anyway, you go first.
we haven't shown you these yet because we haven't built
Yeah.
the penalty.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's the kind of like best car, eh?
Yeah.
And
It's
then
got a good weight to it.
Yeah, because it's real metal.
And basically the two sections, or there's 2 minifigures. What is that? Is that wool or what? It's kind of
Yeah,
like.
it's patches, sew-on patches.
Oh,
So it's Captain Rex, and I can't think of the commander's name, but it's like the commander of Anakin's fleet. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Right?
I should know this. I'm the Clone Wars guy. I should know this.
Yeah, so that was quite nice as a little gift we purchased.
yeah. And you know what's the baddest of all? I don't know if you guys saw it on the WhatsApp group, but they are bringing out the Y-wing small version with Captain Rex.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so everybody, I saw a lot of Star Wars fans were really upset because they bought this UCS for Captain Rex, and I'm like, it's the same figure which you guys have there in the Venet, which is going to come on the Y-wing. I'm like, okay, shop. I'll buy a couple of them. A couple of them I will keep as investors and sell them in a later stage. But yeah, it's an easier way to get hold of Captain Rex because I know I have. What's his name? I'm not sure if it's Captain or just Sergeant Vaughn of the 332nd of Ahsoka's clone.
Sergeant Long.
Okay, and then basically, then Commander Cody, and then if I can get hold of Captain Rex, that will be it. But I'm not sure if are you guys going to go for that other Republic gunship?
I don't know because I like Commander Wolf, and his Legion, but I don't like the gunship. I don't think the red works. I think it was a lot better with like the white, like the old, like the ECS one. I think that the like the tint in white is like the perfect one for that. I think, but the red just doesn't work for me.
I've also looked at the gunship itself. It's, how can you say, it's not as big as like the previous, like, the smaller versions of the Republic gunship, which are not the UCS.
Yeah,
And it doesn't have like the cool detail that we saw, like for example, the 2013 version and the 2008 version. So, like I think the 2008 version had those stickers there on the sides, which kind of like indicated like battle trophies of how many they've shot down and stuff like that, with the battle face or stuff like that there in the front section. But it was cool. But this one is just plain red. The two boosters which I have at the top of the Republic gunship, it's very small in proportion to the previous ones, and they on the wings they also have the gunners. It's like two kind of like small kind of like rockets that you can fire with. There's no space for any clone trooper to sit inside. I was like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not going to buy something like that.
yeah.
I know Brandon's wife bought it for him for his birthday.
Yeah.
And it actually, he gets you get that, the wolf, a commander wolf, and then the two clone troopers or shock troopers, and what's the other figures that they also have in that set? The senator, what's his name again? Sidious.
Which that's this? Sorry, I missed
The red gunship.
No, the Red Republic gunship one.
Right.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Guys, we are forgetting all the names this evening.
Oh, no, it's terrible.
It's December. We can get away with it.
We're thinking too much about Christmas gifts. That's why.
There's going to be a good video to watch out for next week.
Okay.
I bought myself a second-hand set.
Sorry, just repeat that.
I bought myself a second-hand set.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you showed it to us on the group.
Yeah, so it's built. I need to do the review, but it's fantastic.
But, are you like a huge fan of space?
No, I just really like that set.
Okay, yeah, because the reason why I'm asking is I don't know if you saw the Technique sets that came out. Oh, that's going to come out in the next year. Remember, I don't know if George, if you also saw it in school, where they tried to explain the concept of the planets that is orbiting the sun. I don't know if basically, I remember in school they always used to display it in class of previous students' classwork, and then they showed all the planets that were orbiting. If you turn some mechanism, and then you can see that you can understand the concept. And they've literally now, I think that will be a very iconic set to get for Technique.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, to where it actually shows the sun and how the planet Earth and the moon is orbiting each other. It's literally, and you can actually turn it with a certain, I'm not sure if it's like an electronic mechanism that's inside, but if you can turn it by hand or whatever. But that's something I remember in school, how the teachers actually tried to explain to you in science class.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it as well, Nigel, when you were in kind of like in primary or high school, and you did something like that.
A long time ago.
A very long time ago.
But I can remember it still, because I was like in grade 4 when we actually started doing and research about planets, and I did a homework assignment, and I got like 9 out of 10 for it. But it was like we also had to build something out from scale and stuff like that. But it's really interesting that Lego is actually coming up with this type of stuff, and it's also focusing on the future. If you think about it now, with SpaceX, that's
Yes.
focusing of going to the moon and Mars. It's kind of like mentally changing the mindset of the younger generation that's coming, that we are kind of like going to explore planets in the future. How can you say also colonize planets in the future? But
Yeah, it is interesting. I think that set to be fantastic, though.
yeah,
I do like the idea that I think the interactive sets are really good.
yeah. And I don't know if you also saw that. I saw this week also in the Lego store. You know, John Deere of the Technique set. It's kind of like, it looks like it's a machine that they utilize to chop down trees and pick it
Okay.
up and put it around. That really looks like a very nice set, but it doesn't have any electronic, how can you say, devices in itself. You kind of like have to manually move the components around. It's like almost like the heavy Technique truck. I don't know if you can remember that. I think that's also going to retire this in December. But that really also it looks very nice if you build it in scale. It's massive. I was like staying in the store. I was like, sure, I've never actually seen the set that big, and that also the Audi QE Tron. You could actually, that's something that you can. It's a remote control, so you just connect it with your phone. You can drive around with it. But I think Lego just needs to work on the bloody concept of making it faster, because every time when you buy a set like that, it's too slow. And like, it's not like what you can buy from a toy store, and it's a very fast electronic toy or car that can move around. But the ones that they have is too slow. So I think Lego just needs to focus on ones that's actually very good.
Yeah. I know you mentioned earlier about the augmented reality that you saw in the
Yes.
Lego store. Have you tried any of the sets? They've got the augmented reality on your phone.
Yes.
Good.
Not on the phone, but I do have other sets as well, which I did there in augmented reality. So yeah, like for example, no, I didn't utilize that. That's a very nice set. I also saw that.
Because this has got the augmented reality on it.
Yeah, I basically utilized the Spider-Man Final Battle. That's the one that you guys saw today.
Yes.
The other one was the Guardians of the Galaxy set, spaceship, and Jurassic Park. That one where I think it's the Jurassic Park Center. My mom kind of like she kind of like tried to make a blooper there and kind of like to try to look like a T-Rex in the video clip, and I was like, no, don't intervene, you're messing up the video. But I was like, no, man. But it's actually very interesting. I think it actually came out in 2013, where Lego actually provided augmented reality in store. But what I've learned in what was it in the MBA, it's a different form of connecting the product with your customer.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, Lego is actually displaying of how big the set will be and what the play features are in the set itself. But I've not actually seen the phone, the version that you can utilize on your phone and actually see how it will look like and stuff like that. But that will be something interesting to see.
Yeah, I think on the phone one, you actually scan the finished model.
Oh,
so you don't get to see what it's going to look like. I think it puts the model in a different environment. So we'll have a look. We'll see what it looks like.
Well, I think it's quite interesting with Lego because they're doing that, but now they're sort of getting more into the game business. Because I know that they've recently done stuff with Fortnite, I think.
Yeah, that came live this week.
Yeah, so so in Fortnite you can play as Lego characters now, and you can completely customize how it is.
I've actually seen one of the scenes where someone was actually fighting against another person with the Lego, and it was actually very funny. He was trying to enter a certain base, and then to kind of like make friends, and then they chased him away, and then he built this massive kind kind of like a bomber aeroplane, but it was lifted up by air balloons.
Right.
Then he flew with the thing over a base, and he was throwing down bombs from the whole thing on top of the base there in Fort Now. I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And he destroyed the whole
That's quite
base.
good. I like that.
That was really interesting. But what's his name, George? You're very correct there. Because I think we also had this discussion when I mentioned in the group that Lego was actually on the brink of collapse in 2003. And that was basically one of the strategies that the business applied of going into the gaming industry itself. For example, PlayStation, PC, and I think that's why they are also focusing extensively of expanding the business to other sectors in the gaming industry itself, like what we see now with Fortnite. Because if they don't do that, they stand another chance to collapse.
Because I know they have the racing game now.
Yes.
2K.
Yeah. I've never played that one before, but yeah. Xavier, you mustn't stay quiet. I see you there in the background.
Wait, he was actually gone earlier. I did look over.
Waiting for my connection to blur up.
Do you have chat with them, Xavier? Because we can't
Lego and gaming industries don't work together. They need to focus on the break.
Yeah, it's very interesting of how they actually try to ensure that the organization doesn't collapse. But I'm glad that it didn't collapse in the end. But I see what's his name. Just the revenue that Lego made, I think 2022 was over $10 billion just for the sets that they were selling.
It's mad.
So
we watched a program the other day. It was Mega Factories.
Yeah.
And they had some ridiculous stats on that. What was it about?
It was so for the boxes, they like pack the boxes like by hand, and it said they do one box every 7 seconds, and it said in 1 week they pack 1 million boxes by hand.
Because certain, if it's a big box, they do it by hand. Small boxes are automatic, but the big boxes they actually pack by hand.
So they did 1 million boxes a week. Ridiculous.
Sure, and this is just Lego.
That's
You're
doing too many. I need the door.
Just like so, basically, if you count it in 52 weeks, it will be 52 million sets that they have basically packed.
Yeah, and that's just big sets. It's mad. Oh no, you're right. You do need to do a lot more.
How many did they say they sold every second?
It was 4 Lego sets a second are sold. Oh, Xavier's completely gone now.
At any Lego store, or is it just a normal?
Overall, it's just like around the world.
Yeah, so four Lego sets a second in global sales.
Just like that's scary of how fast.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
But that's basically how you can see they built the organization as a reliable product for the customer.
Yeah,
and it's true. Like I can't remember when Legos actually started. I think probably in 1930s, 1940s. I might be wrong. I can't remember, but yeah, it has been built as a product that is reliable. It doesn't break, and it's long. It's been existing for a long period. I was talking to like I've mentioned previously, but that fighter set that I saw today in the toy store. I said to the parent today, I bought the police station, the 1996 police station in the store, and it's now what? A couple of years. It's now 2023. It's now, what is that? 27 years that I've been sitting with this set.
Yeah.
And it's so old. It's basically almost 30 years old, and there's none of the sets is broken. It's just the white pieces that are a bit yellow, but that you can understand.
Yeah.
That's how Lego pieces are. But yeah, the set hasn't broken. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's still the same as what I've bought it in the past.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, I had a bit of a rant about white pieces when I did the Concorde.
Yeah. Oh,
Because on the wings on that, depending on the mold of the white, it was different shades straight out of the box, which is a shame because it's a brand new set. You'd expect everything to be nice, bright white.
Yeah. It also makes it difficult to build the set itself. I don't know. Also realize with regards to building instructions, also I think there's a printing error. But for example, light gray and dark gray.
Yeah.
Yes, like it became so annoying. For example, I see now the BD1 droid there at the background. I built him this week because I got my Perspex display for him. I've also picked that up this week, which I will display next to my UCS ATST and the normal ATST walkers this week itself. And you get so confused between the light and the dark gray.
Yeah.
And then you actually need to sit there and look at the box and actually determine which piece is the right one you need to put in there. So I think as a company, they are doing well, but there is kind of like technical stuff that they need to sort out.
Mhm.
So this isn't going too bad tonight. We're on bag 7 already.
Okay.
And it's been half an hour.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half, sorry. Half an hour. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you guys need to build faster. So any plans?
There's a lot of windows. I think half the pieces are the windows.
Sorry,
yeah.
just
I think half of the pieces in this set are windows.
yeah, yes.
Well, you should have prepared yourself for that before you started this journey.
Do you guys have any plans for the December?
So tomorrow I've got a sprint competition. Do you know Lee Valley?
Levi, the product or the brand.
Yeah, it'll be George's first indoor competition.
The place.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that should be good. And then on Wednesday, I've actually got I'm playing with my school at a concert. So that should be good.
Okay. But for example, so are your schools not closing down for the December or what's his name?
So we've got next week. I'm in Folly next week, and then I'm in till lunchtime on the Wednesday after that.
So it's not, for example, like the South African schools which close off, I think, this week, and they only start off what is it? January, the first or the second week in January.
Oh wow! So you've got quite a while off. We've I think this year it's the 20th of January to like the
20th of December.
20th of December to like the I don't know. It's like the first week of January, I think.
Sure.
Because we only have 2 weeks off, so it's not. That's enough.
I'm going to have to do them anyway.
Yeah, I think that's probably just but I know the December holidays are always long, and if you also look at the construction industry in South Africa itself, it's also they wind down with regards to in the second week of December, and they also start in the middle of January again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not joking. It's kind of like South Africans, they're taking it very slow and easy.
Because over here, I mean, where I work, my assumption, I don't think anything's been said yet, but my assumption would be they'll close Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And either start the 27th or even the 26th evening.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
But yeah, to celebrate George doing his saxophone, I bought thought I'd try a different set.
Oh, so you're playing the saxophone, George, eh? You must
Yeah,
also...
I started that this year.
Okay. And how's it going?
It's all right. It's not going like leaps and bounds well, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
It's challenging, I think is fair to say.
Yeah.
Is
But,
it? Sorry, yes, you can talk.
Yeah, so when he first picked it up, because he's only been playing it, 2 months now?
Mm-hmm.
First time he picked it up, he came home and says, can he play it for his granddad or great granddad? So it's 2 weeks ago, it's my granddad's 200th birthday.
Yes.
So George played Happy Birthday, and he also learned how to play Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis from a dad.
Okay.
And he did that in 6 weeks.
Oh, that's very good.
And he played it about music.
Is it like a class that you're doing there at school? Is it just like additional merit that you're doing?
They at my school they do it differently to pretty much all of the schools in England. So they have it as something called band method. So it's you have music with everyone else has music once a fortnight. You have it. Well, we have it once a week, and we get to have the instruments and take them home for free.
Okay.
And then we're allowed to take part in any of the school concerts. So I'm doing most of them because, to be perfectly honest, no one else pretty much there's out of our like 30 people that are in the class, there's only like 7 of us that can actually be bothered to play on the day.
Oh, okay.
Which is a shame. I'm ended up going to everything because I have to, or else they'd have no one else to play. So.
Yeah. Is it like a prerequisite subject, or is it like you can just choose it as a subject that you want to do, or what? I'm not sure how the school systems work in the UK. So
this year, so in year 9 we pick our options. So next year I pick what I want. So I'll probably take music next year.
Oh, okay.
Which should be good.
Yeah, look, like music isn't something. It's I would also recommend it because, like for example, I sang in the Cantari Children's Choir. So basically, I did it until grade 11. So grade 12 was my final year in school. So yeah, so that's kind of like my cultural aspect that I did. But after 1994 with how the government the current government always refers it as the colonists. It's I don't know if you've heard of this concept, but that's just how it's going in South Africa. But it's interesting. But after 1994, all the iconic subjects which was very important that school children should have and should basically utilize just collapsed. It disappeared. Like what George is now doing in school with regards to music instruments. It totally disappeared. And technical subjects like what we would do where you will build an electronic circuit or you will do woodwork or or mechanical stuff. Like, for example, build your own small car engine. Those stuff actually disappeared. It's only at at technical schools that you still get this type of subjects, but you can still do it as an option, a subject that you can do as an option one. But it's scary to see it. But something that I would definitely recommend to a lot of parents out there is robotics and program, because what I'm seeing with the NBA is scary. It's literally everything is now turning into robotics and artificial intelligence. I don't know if you been exposed to ChatGPT, George?
No, most of my friends, to be honest, use it for homework. but
Yeah.
no, I've never used it.
Yeah, I've also never used it, but it's scary to see what ChatGTP can actually do. Like for example, if you are doing programming and you want the code for this type of program, you can just give it as an image of what you want to do, and it will provide you with the coding for that specific game.
Yeah.
It's my form tutor last year. He told us about it, and he said he wanted a 500-page book, and I can't remember what it was on, and it just wrote it for him there and then. How can it do it?
Yeah, don't worry. Like for example, it came out, I think either this week or last week. Our president's speech was written by ChatGTP.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not joking. I'm not joking, guys.
That's ridiculous.
I was like, I'm sitting there, it's like, I've heard about it, but is the president so lazy to write his own speech, or now he's asking artificial intelligence to write it for him?
No, that is ridiculous.
Yes. But yeah, that's just what is happening. But it's interesting to see it. But that, like I said, robotics and artificial programming is also a subject that I would recommend for future generations to take, especially also with science and maths. Because I know in South Africa we have the normal maths and maths literacy. I'm not sure what you have there, George.
So we have normal maths, but then we have just the higher maths, which is this.
Yeah.
It goes on to
and then normal standard maths, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also how the old system of maths also used to work in the old South Africa prior 1994. So after that, they changed the whole education system. So afterwards, it just went into a new, total different direction.
Yeah.
Well, here it's really weird at the minute because we've got where I go for my sprint training. There's someone there who's doing a GCSEs at the minute, and she had a mock exam the other day, and she's doing higher maths, but they had people who were doing like normal maths in the same room.
Yeah.
And their paper isn't as long, so apparently halfway through her exam, she had half the people in the hall get up and walk away.
Yeah, look, the thing is, maths is like I did maths, like the engineering maths, not like your full-scale mathematician maths. So, like I did linear algebra, applied mathematics, and then a calculus. So I did those at university, but it wasn't that complex.
No.
If you learned your basics, you will be able to do the exam. You will pass. But I think with the higher maths, it's kind of like trying to ensure that there's a standard taking place. And a lot, like I know in South Africa, it's difficult to explain it, but there is not an aspect with regards to keeping standards. So yeah,
There should be another two.
No, that one should be there.
No, it shouldn't.
Yes, because otherwise how's it going to go on?
Look, there's no studs at the end.
I see Zavir said he's giving up. His internet connection is very bad.
Yeah, I did notice that when he came back on last time, he changed his name to Xavier and the Lousy Internet Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent that on the Lego group.
Yeah, it's a shame. He always seems to struggle with it.
Yeah, basically, it's the same here when we have load shedding. Then the people that have fiber internet also struggle with their systems.
Yeah.
It literally packs up, and then the internet becomes very slow, or it just stops. Then you need to go onto a new internet or utilize something else to continue on with work. So
Right.
this load shedding it's really bad in South Africa. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but it's sad. If you do,
we're very fortunate not to have to go through that.
Yeah, it's really sad. And
if you do, you can sell it.
No, I get to do them both now.
But yeah, how's the build going thus far? So the first level is the foundation has been built now. So that's the first level. Is it now the second level that we have to?
Yeah.
So I've got both of the Captain Americas in this bag. And it looks like we're doing some flooring. So this should be...
How tall is the seat itself?
90 centimeters.
Yes, so that's almost a meter.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like there.
Taller than that.
Well, there. Something like that. My hand's on the camera, so yeah.
Yeah, but are you going to put it in like a Perspex display?
No, we haven't got room for that. We need to sort of shoehorn it into somewhere, unfortunately.
Yeah, because my mom bought herself the first Lego Disney Castle.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's now sitting in her room for the past, I think, 2 to 3 years, and she has not built it.
Really?
And I'm not joking. It's sitting here, and she hasn't built it. I'm planning to buy a Perspex display for kind of like for her birthday, so that she can build and display it in her, how can you say, in her own study. Because, you know, the dust is so annoying.
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir. I know. I'm busy with that other guy. I think you guys saw in the chat B. It was Michael. He's also looking for Perspex displays. So I'm looking to just finish off the BD1 tomorrow, and then basically just take a video of which I will post on my YouTube channel, and then also shorts for my TikTok channel and my Instagram as well. And then basically put it in the Perspex display, because it's if you get too much dust, it's really difficult to clean it up. It's just too much.
Yeah, because the issue we have is we just haven't got the space. If we've tried to put things in Perspex, we won't be able to display half the stuff we've got displayed.
Like, for example, if you look at a cupboard that's there on the right-hand side of George, you can just put up just a Perspex over it. There at the front portion. It's like the face over it. And then
the issue is that a lot of the models actually stick out over the end.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just basically, but yeah, that's just, or you can just take the certain sections.
Yeah, so I've got
the interior section and basically cover it according to that. That's what we also did for one of my cupboards, because it was also the similar issue. So we made a Perspex for each section itself.
Yeah, because we've got 6 out of the 9 sections, the models overhanging the front. which isn't good, to be honest. But most of our shelves it's overhanging. It's crazy.
Yeah. But that's probably some way of doing it, so just to prevent it from getting what's dust. But
because the Disney Castle must have been, it's been sat, because I got a gas fireplace, but we never have it on. So the Disney Castle's been sat in front of the fireplace for 5-6 years at least.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
When Lego scams us or something and we're just sick of it, that's when we'll light the fire.
Yes, what I saw this week in counterfeit Lego sets that is being sold here in South Africa.
Yeah?
Over 800,000 rand of Lego sets were confiscated, counterfeit Lego sets. I was like, what? There's no jokes. It has the logo of Lego on the box. I was like, really? And just think, if you have to ensure that you do not buy it from any, how can you say, weird shop. You have to buy it from a toy shop or a certified store or wherever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, though.
Yeah, that's just how they are getting away with these scams.
So it makes it so hard. I mean, when the minifigures, you have to be so careful that the ones you're getting are
Yeah.
Genuine.
Yes, sir.
Well, the trouble is, the look's so good now. It's until you
Yeah.
get them really close, it's hard to tell.
Yes, like it's also difficult to ensure that you make sure that it's not a fake.
Yeah,
Because you pay the same amount of money for the set, and then in the end, it's a bloody fake. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
but yeah, because I mean, the big difference, as I say, going back to that mega factory thing we saw,
Yeah, yeah.
with their quality control, I think it was 3/1000ths of an inch tolerance.
Sure. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know if you guys have like that Lego Land. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you guys, but
Yeah,
like
Lego Land, yeah.
yeah, with regards to the Germany one, where there's literally a store you can actually go into and they sell the pieces separately. I don't know if you guys actually saw that.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that's really nice. But now you are getting so concerned, like, is it real Lego or is it now fake? And and the thing is, you also start picking it up when you start playing with it. So, yeah, I think due to our experience with Lego, it makes it much more easier for us to pick up if something is a fake or not.
Yes.
Because it always needs to have that logo, that icon. I don't know if you also saw with that Assassin's Creed figure that we got from Mirage. I immediately, when I opened up the box, I checked on the underneath the statue if it has the coat of arms.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, and then basically which gaming it's coming from, etc., etc.
I must admit, I've never checked that on the model, the Assassin's Creed model.
Now I'm checking it because one of my friends, Matthew, he's also a huge Assassin's Creed fan. But I'm not sure what they call the statue there of because I think you also have all the statues of Assassin's Creed, eh? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
most of them, yeah.
But do you have the statues with it's like just the top section, the chest and the head section without?
No, I haven't got that one, actually.
Yeah, I literally managed to get hold of one of Ezio Auditore. I managed to get hold of one where the guy was selling it, and it's still sealed, the sealed collection.
Yeah, because I've seen one that looks really nice, which I didn't see when they first released the game, is where he's doing the leap of faith.
Yeah, yeah.
That looks amazing. I'm very tempted by that bit.
Oh, yeah. Because the guy is also selling the person that I also bought some of the statues is also selling the leap of faith, but it's like for 10,000 rand. I was like, nah, yes, you're taking fat chance, man. I'm not going. And he basically opened up the box and he has displayed it. I was like, no, you can't ask me that amount of money for something that has been opened and it's been standing on display. Yeah, yes.
Yes, this is to say, I'm trying to show, because George has done a lot of this. There's his vending machine.
Is he going to get paid for his hard work?
I think he'd like to be.
I will be. What do you mean I'd like to be?
Yeah, so you got the glass doors on the front.
Yes.
And it's looking really nice. Already it's looking good, but there's so many windows.
Yeah, and you know what's also very nice? It's kind of like if you kind of like create a mock where there's vehicles going past, you have the paving, and there's bollards at the front section to ensure cars do not park in front of the building.
Yeah. No, it's really good. The details look really good so far. The
How many
benches as well.
How many levels are there?
5,201. I was right. I did just check.
Levels.
I'm thinking Legos. I was like, hang on. 4, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be more than 4.
Well, I'm thinking.
Mind you, the top's quite big on its own. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's going to be 4 or 5 different levels.
Sure.
What is
But
that?
yeah, you guys need to prepare for another one that's coming, eh?
Which one's that?
The Eye of Sauron.
Oh, yes, yes. When is that? Have you got the release date for that yet?
No, not yet. But that's definitely one that
Yes.
I'm looking for next year. So that's really one, and I hope they also bring with it Sauron.
Yes.
You know what will be very nice? They mustn't create the small version Sauron. They should create. I don't know if you actually played the Lord of the Rings game,
I have a long time ago.
but they should actually create that sizable, how can you say, Sauron figure itself. Because just bringing out the small figure, it's not going to be the same with regards to Lord of the Rings. You need to have that sizable Sauron with the what's his name, with these weapons and stuff like that. Also with the diorama. They should also create more diorama of Lord of the Rings sets. I'm not sure.
And I'd like to see a micro scale Helm's Deep. So the same as they've done for the latest Hogwarts.
Yeah, probably, but I'm not sure if they're going to do it. The Legos always change the tune and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just how it is.
So how are you doing for time, Lohan? Are you okay if we start another bag?
Yeah, basically, I can still do like a half an hour.
Okay, we'll do back 9 then. Was that supposed to go on here, or are we still building it?
We're still building. I don't know whether you noticed, but I've been wearing the Ring of Power for a couple of minutes. So when we got it earlier in the year, it's got all the writing on it.
But is it the Lego version one? Or is it just...
No. So this is proper metal.
Oh,
We
because I literally have the two. I have 2 of the Lego versions.
wow.
Ring of which is basically also staying in my cabinet there, my Lego Lord of the Rings displays. But the only problem is I didn't see it disappear. Eh? I didn't see it disappear when you added the ring to your finger. Eh?
Oh no, it was just over there. That's when I reached out. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry.
No, it's a bit like Drax.
Sorry.
He thinks if he stays still enough, no one will see him.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get that at all. I thought you meant when I. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit taller than Bilbo, though. So. What do you mean? I'm trying to look for you. There we go. Well, we're actually getting some armor 3D printed for us at some point. So Dad's going to be Sauron, obviously, because of the height. And then I'm going to be, you know, at Helm's Deep, where like the leader of the elves shows up. He's in, like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm getting that armor done.
Okay.
So
that's really nice. But is it like for a co-play or what is it now for?
Yeah, cosplay, yeah.
Yeah. So because they go to cosplay things for their 3D printing. So we said if they do armor, we'll go with them. They're going to get like Iron Man and Brothor, I think it is, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
My friend Arif, who gave us the Ecto 1, he actually designed the Sauron armor in CAD, so it's ready to go. We just need to be measured up for it.
Okay, yeah, you just actually made me laugh because you know some people they choose characters and then it turns out very bad in the end. Like now, for example, the Smurfs, where they utilize the blue paint and the guy is trying to get the blue paint off from his hands. He says to the other person, "It's not coming off," and then the other person is covered in blue.
you see the Smurfs on in quite a few films, do you?
Yeah. So it's just sometimes it doesn't turn out that very well with the co-plays. But I know with the Rage Expo that's currently taking place in South Africa, It started off yesterday and it ends tomorrow, but I'm not going to it. It's what's the time? I was planning to go with some other friends, but then they turned it down due to
Right.
personal reasons, and I was like, I'm not going to go alone. It's something that you want to enjoy with other friends or family and stuff like that. So, but it's okay. I could just do it next year. It's not going to be the end of me, but yeah, that I know they are doing co-plays with regards to it, and like Comic Con. Comic Con is
Yeah.
another. I don't know if you guys also have Comic Con there in UK.
Yeah, there was
but-
one. It was in Birmingham 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, okay. But I really like the versions where people are actually creating armor for, or like clone troopers. You don't see it in South Africa. That you mostly get characters, for example, from Fortnite or The Witcher or Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. But you do not get iconic characters. Yeah, so I'm not sure, but it's sometimes they come up with there are people that are actually coming up with very nice co-play costumes. Like for example, yeah, that will be a very nice one. But
Someone
like
made that.
you
That-
made
No, wait,
Is that-
I haven't. I know the person has that. It's 3D printed and then gold leaf on it.
so you've created this one? No.
No, not me.
Oh.
Someone I know has made it.
Oh, I was like, what? Did you have the machine for that?
Oh, I've got 3D printers.
Sure, so that's really interesting. But yeah, like for example, if you have a group of friends that can collaborate and create like a Mandalorian co-play,
Yeah.
everybody has their own costume. Or you have the Fellowship. Like for example, you have the Fellowship characters. Everybody's the Hobbits, or the other one is Aragorn or Gimli or Legolas and stuff like that.
Well, hopefully at some point, because I'm supposed to be taller than Dad, so hopefully at some point I can go as Sauron, he can go as Gimli. I'm supposed to only be a couple inches taller, so I'll be like 205 centimeters, because Dad is gutted because he is a grand total of 199.5 centimeters. So he was just under 200.
So you guys are almost 2 meters tall.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to be just over 2 meters tall when I'm older. So I'm hoping like 2 meters 5 centimeters, hopefully.
But what's his name? But currently, what's your how tall are you now?
I'm 5'9" at the minute. So I don't know what.
And you must give it to me in centimeters, not.
Oh, is it like? I mean, what's that like 170? Trying to make myself sound a little bit taller. I honestly don't know what it is, to be fair. There's obviously over here we do everything in inches. So.
Yeah, but because yes, South Africa we work with the SI units with the centimeters and meters as inch.
175 years.
Oh, I was right. I got it bang on.
So that's basically estimated. So because currently I'm at 194.
Yeah, I'm 199.5.
Sure. So you guys, yes. That's like have you guys actually watched the Springboks? How tall their locks are?
I didn't see the Springboks games actually. I watched the England ones. But I didn't see I missed. Actually, no, I didn't. No, I didn't watch it.
We won with 1 point.
Yeah.
And yes, but you see Arceus Snyman, how tall that guy is. He's like literally, I think 205 centimeters.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, and they actually showed a picture where he was playing for. It's now the Afrikaans high school. We just say Hoërskool Office. It's a boys' school there in Pretoria. but he was playing against Cebu Nkosi. That's what is one of our wings in the Springboks. When they were playing in high school, it was basically office against Jeppy boys. And yes, like Cebu Nkosi tried to tackle RG Snyman, and I was like, yo, you won't try to tackle that guy. He's enormous. He's a giant. Yes, like, but it's actually scary to see how tall these guys actually get, and it's your locks that's so tall.
Well, I felt short the other day. We know someone is 216 centimeters tall.
Yes.
And when I speak to him normally, he doesn't seem that tall. But we went to it was like a local event in Southend. And we were talking to him, and someone else came along who wasn't part of the event, but he was another inch taller, so another 2.5 centimeters taller. But both of them that height, and it's the first time I've ever felt short.
Just no, that's actually very scary. It's like, yo, sometimes I remember I thought in high school I was tall until I actually stood next to senior high school rugby boys, which played for the first team. I was like, no, there's something wrong. Like, are you sure you're the same age? I was like, yeah, he's the same age. Yes, okay, you can continue on with your rugby, but yo, they're literally too tall.
You're looking at it. He couldn't find the piece he's looking for, and he was looking at it.
It was behind.
Yeah, I think that sometimes happens a lot also with Lego because if you think, I think it's now dark. I'm not sure if it's still light there with you guys, but yeah, sometimes when you build
it's been dark for a couple of hours.
Yeah, for example, it makes it difficult to build the set if there is not enough light in the room itself. I experienced the same. That's why I was saying there with the two colors of the gray. You get the light gray and the dark gray, and then you sit there with the booklet and you're trying to see, well, which color is it? And then you struggle, and then you try to look at the pieces which is in the packet itself.
I think the worst set we had for that was I think it was the old UCS X-Wing.
Yeah.
And the pages were a dark grey. So when it came to a dark grey piece, you could hardly see it on the page.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
And then the ECSX thing was awful anyway because the pages were just incredibly long.
Tracing paper.
Yeah, what was it? I remember my father actually built the Tower Bridge there of London.
Oh, I love that set.
Yeah, I can't remember if you guys got a booklet with, or if you guys got the packages with numbers in it. I can't remember.
No, so I bought it second hand.
Yeah, but
so originally it didn't have the numbers, but when the person took it apart, it's the best job of taking anything apart I've ever seen. He'd done it, the individual towers, and every one had got the exact amount of pieces in. There was not a single error.
Yeah, because what
amazing.
happened? Yeah, what happened with my father was he actually came to me and he said, "Isn't this the set supposed to have packages which shows you the numbers for which section you have to build, etc., etc.?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's supposed to be like it." And he said it's not the same. And I literally went and I looked at it. I realized that they did not put numbers on the packages, and it took much longer to complete the set.
Because it's a huge set as well, isn't it? To not have the numbers.
It is a huge set, but it made it much more difficult for him to actually enjoy the set.
Yeah.
So because he literally had to separate each piece and then try and build the set itself by looking for the piece. And I think that's much more frustrating for me. For example, you guys have now a UCS, how can you say, Marvel set, and you know which bag you have to work at, which section you have to build. That makes it much more easy and faster for the person to build the set. But For me, I would also get annoying if there's no numbers and stuff like that on this in the booklets and in the set itself.
Yeah, because I think I've only seen it on one set. I think it must have been a Harry Potter, where quite often you'll get 2 or 3 of the same number.
Yeah.
Well, on that set, every bag was individually numbered, and it told you to open several numbers on a single step. So it made sure you had all the correct bags.
That's
It's
weird.
so easy to miss one, especially if you've got a set like this where it's 39 bags. If
Sure.
you've got any way you have more than one of the same number, it's so easy to miss it.
Yeah.
But that was really good because you couldn't miss it because everyone had its own number.
I don't understand what this is. It's got like white bits on the floor, and I can't figure out what that is.
Don't know.
Does
Just show it, and I can maybe see what it is.
it looks like he's in the lab?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got some clear bits on the floor down here.
Maybe it's supposed to be glass.
Remember that if it looks like that, computer sections where they were actually assessing the staff of Loki.
Yeah. Yeah, because on the screen it's got, well, actually here it's got the stone.
Yeah. Basically, I think one of the pieces broke because there was an argument that took place, or it can maybe be Hulk. Also, I don't know if you picked up with regards to the Hulk figure. It has 4 studs on the back.
Is it?
Yeah, it's totally different to the other Hulk figures. It looks
like you can actually stick them to the side of the building.
Yeah. Basically, that's what someone picked it up when they were discussing the set itself. So it's also an iconic figure with regards to the Hulk. Yeah. So, like for example, we mentioned previously that the Hulk figure is something iconic to buy because it's like almost like a limited edition. Also, like the fighters building, whatever it is, that's also iconic. But is that one now going to fit on top of the other one?
Yeah, so I think we've got to build quite a bit more onto it first.
Oh,
it's starting to get there.
At least in 2.5 hours, you've managed to get some form of structure, right?
Yeah, so probably best part of a third of the way up.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of people could recognize this at this point. I'd say.
You sure, eh?
I think a lot of people could recognize it.
I think in South Africa the set has not arrived as yet. It's still on pre. So yeah, I think a lot of people are going to buy the set, but I'm not going to buy the set. It's not. I'm waiting for the Eye of Sauron because I know there's going to be a lot of detail on it, and the eye itself. I think there's also going to be light bricks.
Yeah.
Itself light up the eye itself.
That'd be good.
So basically, yeah.
So I think what we do, because I think we're gonna have to probably draw it to a close here. So I think if we just go through the minifigures.
Yeah.
That came with this, so because there's quite a few minifigures already. So we'll start off with the Thor. Oops, right, it does have.
He's already raking it.
So the Thor is really nice. So he's got his 2 faces. So you got the one with the blue eyes and one with normal eyes.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's quite nice. You got the Chitauri warrior with his gun.
Yeah, I've also I think 2 of those figures, but it was coming for the battle, kind of like a battle pack. Yeah. And then armor. Which suit is it? This is the I think
this is the Mark 7.
Yeah, Mark 7.
Then we've got a couple of generic shield agents.
Shield agents.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Homeland Intervention. What's the other word? I always forget the E.
Come on. And then this is quite nice because he's got his case. And it's actually Tony Stark.
If you can remember, in the end game,
yes,
in the end game, Tony Stark was dressed as one of the security members.
Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division. There we go.
Because remember, Wasp was actually sitting, or not Wasp, Ant-Man was
Ant-Man,
actually sitting
yeah.
on his shoulder, and then he flicked him to the suitcase of where the shield agents were carrying the staff.
Yes.
Or no, he flicked him to Iron Man.
Yeah, but he made him shock him. He went in the arc reactor. But yeah, you can tell it's the proper Tony Stark head because it's got the all the electronics on the back of it.
Yeah, you also get it with the in-game set, where the two faces itself.
Then we have, I can't think of his name now, is the main boss played by Robert Redford. Alexander Payne.
He was in, how can you say, Captain America, the second movie.
Yes. Then we have the two Captain Americas.
Yeah.
So they can fight each other.
Well,
we have Tony Stark's hair.
Okay, and basically you do not have the staff as yet.
No.
Okay.
Then we have Dr. Cho.
Okay, yes. I can
So
remember.
I think the staff will probably come in the last bag with Loki. And then we have the micro figure Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah. Yeah, because I also have that one, so with the in game, but that's why I bought the other one that was a bit bigger.
Yeah, so I've got to still build, we have this.
Yes.
So we're going to have quite a few Iron Man outfits. I think this will take us up to about 12 or 13, I think.
Yeah. Basically, George, you have now, what was it? You said you're from the 20th until the second week in January, so you can build a lot of sets, eh?
Yeah.
Well, saying that, for the week of Christmas, we're not actually here, we're in Leicester. So,
go take some sets with.
Yeah, well, we don't want to be kicked out by my mum and my grandparents, so.
But that's an iconic set that you guys got there because that's and that one that's a diorama of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I do like the fact they got the Christmas jumpers on there. That's probably what's going to make them unique.
But are you guys going to go for the Ghost or not?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't actually had a look at the stuff that's coming out because is there
the Ghost is out.
It's out. I suppose there's nothing coming out till 1st of January now, is there?
No, but it's a Republic gunship, that red one. Isn't it that one that's coming out in January? But the Ghost is out, and that
the gunship's out as well.
Yeah, the gunship is out.
Not in South Africa.
Okay.
And now, also the gunship, I've got mixed feelings for because I don't actually like the ship itself, but I really want a Commander Fox.
Just look for on Bricklink. Just buy. That's what I would do because I'm not going to spend 3,000 Rand on a set that looks like something that I won't add to my collection. It's too small. It's literally. I think I discussed it previously on the stream with you as regards to it.
Yeah, and there was one person that's been very, very lucky because that's the other different purchase.
Yeah.
So when we bought the Avengers Tower set, we're supposed to receive these 3 items.
Yes.
And instead we received a box with a Lego Advent calendar in.
Yeah.
So I think they must have switched the labels over. So someone's probably got these 3 gifts to a purchase for buying a calendar.
Yeah, because I was also looking to get that one of the castle on the right-hand side. Yeah, because then I realized the reason for it, you have to buy sets which is worth 4,100 Rand, which I had over that certain period. But the problem was the 2 sets that I had was on discount.
Right.
So I couldn't get it. So it's fine. I'm not going to complain about it. So I got also a set with it, which is kind of like a small pirate ship set.
Yes, see that one with the shark cave.
Yeah. I got that one with the.
Yeah,
set.
we missed that one.
So we can exchange, eh? One for the castle and the one for the pirate.
But yeah, say someone was very lucky and got all these for buying a
Yeah.
calendar.
Calendar,
No, that's actually a good collection. But you guys, are you going to keep it as seal or as are you going
No,
to build?
we'll build them.
yeah.
If ever we kept anything sealed, it's because we've got a second one.
Yeah.
We've always built
Pretty,
it.
yeah.
Well, the only sets I think we may not build, we still need to make the decision yet, is the ones that have had signed by the person that played Snoke in the film.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is that it's to my name. So I'd have to sell it if I wanted it. Because yes, it's got his signature on it, but it's to me. So it would have to be to. I'd have to sell it to someone called George.
No, I don't think we'd sell it. That's,
Well, no, you
that's
know
why
what I
we
mean,
need to
though.
understand whether we're going to
future.
build it or not.
In future, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether it'd be me or if my kids sell it.
Yeah. Oh, but that's fine. That's fine.
We appreciate you spending the time with us tonight. No, it's been a pleasure. It's been too long.
Yeah, and it's been a pain with Xavier's connection. We'll have to meet up at some point. The four of us. We'll have to meet. We'll have to figure out how far everyone is away from each other and meet in the middle or something.
Somewhere in
In
Africa.
the middle of the ocean.
In the middle of Africa.
Big cruise.
Yeah.
I was just teasing there, yeah.
At
But
some
what?
point, we will have to do that.
So are you still planning to go over here
Of
next year?
No, basically not next year. Basically, my parents are going to. I think, they're going to Europe next year. What was it? March and April. They're going to Turkey, and then I think it's August, September. They're going to Scandinavia, Denmark, and all those places. You know where the Vikings are coming from. And my father really wants to see the Northern Lights. So that's he wants to see that. But yeah, it's kind of like, most of our ancestors are coming from the Vikings itself.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, what we've planned for next year. But yeah, probably in 2 to 3 years from now, maybe again to UK. But because we also have friends that is in the UK, but they are literally in the southern parts of England. So I'm not sure where you guys are.
Yeah, we're southeast.
Yeah, we're literally in a place called Southend, so that should work out pretty well.
Yeah, and I'm in the south of Johannesburg, or they call it Johannesburg South.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to have another live stream next week, next weekend, it's 100%. I can do that for you guys.
Yeah. Might be able to next weekend. I don't think
We haven't got anything else.
we've got anything on. Yeah, so next Saturday might be a possibility.
Yeah, I think then we can also push to have another 2 or 3 levels to the set itself.
Well, I don't know whether it might be worth us maybe finishing.
Because I think this
This
is
book.
the last. Yeah, this is the last bag for this book.
I think this is it.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might finish this book before the next live stream.
Yes.
Let's do it this way. Let's try to figure it out this way. No, there's 2 more bags.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If it was just 1 bag, I'd be fine with it. But I think it's because it's 2 bags. It's like a half hour, 45 minutes.
That's fine. It's fine.
I'm trying to think how many pieces we would have built in that 2.5 hours.
Well, it's 1/4, give or take.
Yeah, it's 1/4 of the bags. Yeah.
So
But no,
that's
it's looking good so
so
far. I
that's
like it.
what, like 1,000 something bits.
Yeah.
No, it won't be 1 now.
What was it? 5.6,
5.2.
5.2.
So it's like 1.3 and anyway. With it,
Yeah.
let's stop trying to do maths and get down to business.
No, that's not-
Yeah, we'll let you know about next Saturday.
Yeah.
yes.
If it is, we'll probably do it same time.
Yeah, sometime will be 100%. But let's see if we can get more of our friends to join, because it's always just the 4 of us, or sometimes 3 of us. But yeah, if other people can also join, because it will make the live stream much more entertaining than just having the same regular people the whole time.
Yeah.
But we also need to. Sorry.
We'll have to try to figure out how we'll fit everyone on, because how many people
Oh.
can we have on StreamYard?
I don't know. I think you can have 5 or 6 at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically also look at this week of how many people are actually watching the live stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, work according to that. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much again. I hope you enjoyed it.
yeah, definitely. Only sad part is I'm not there to build it.
I say we'll have to one we did a long time ago was there was a chat from America, and we actually built the same set at the same time on the live stream.
Yeah.
That might be quite interesting. Try to do that one time.
Sure. And probably you got more viewers. I saw your subscribers have actually jumped from 872 to 891, probably due to your advent calendars that you're adding to the.
Yes, the build in the bag. Some of them have been tricky.
And it's not just Dad doing them, I'm doing some of them.
I'm doing most of them.
I'm not denying that, but I'm saying I'm there. It's not just your hands.
The bit I don't understand is you'll get a big bag for a minifigure and then a really small bag for a big build.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
And then basically, I've managed to reach 1,900 subscribers.
Oh wow, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, and you guys also need to look at your data with regards to your amount of watch hours. I've realized I've literally surpassed 2,000 watch hours.
That's good. Now we're still low. Well, I think we're about 800.
Yeah, you guys should actually see what I'm doing is not only my gaming that I'm adding. Like for example, mine is like 80% Lego and then 10% a little bit gaming, which is like Lego, and then like strategy games such as Company of Heroes. But it has pushed up to more than 2,000 to almost 2,200 watch hours.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And so basically push with that gaming. I'm watching each week when you guys are posting your, what's his name? Lego movie?
Yeah, Lego movie, yeah.
I always make sure to watch it until the end. Or I just switch it on and then I just do other stuff.
The Lego movie, I don't think would be able to count towards it because I'm not, for the games, because a lot of it was taking all the voices out and everything. I've left it with the copyright issue. There were big on some of them. They were just too big at the time, where we had to put the sound out.
Yeah,
so for the gaming, those would leave it in.
Yeah, basically, but I think that if you start adding gaming of the Lego stuff to it, it will do a lot better in the future with regards to your watch hours. So don't break it.
Oh, I forgot that's not attached to it. And I went to move the set. Oh no.
Yeah, but you'll go from Breaking Dad to Breaking Son.
That's not off the tongue. You need to rethink that completely.
Yeah,
Who's gonna watch Breaking Dad and Breaking Son on a Saturday night?
But guys, thanks so much for this evening. But I'll see you next week then, and take care.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Cheers, man.
Bye.
Bye.